The key is really threefold in soccer. The biggest really being the ability to market and license your name. There are only 3 soccer teams that generate over $200 million annually from their shirt and kit sponsorships: Manchester United, Real Madrid, and Barcelona, which is really why they rank 1, 2, 3 in values among the top soccer teams. The other thing to keep in mind is winning really matters in soccer. Not necessarily coming in first place in your domestic league, but finishing high enough to play in the Champions League. Manchester United has been pretty consistent in that, as of course have been Real Madrid, which won the Champions League this year, Barcelona, Juventus, and Serie A. They've actually generated the most profits from Champions League play over the last 5 seasons. And then the third factor is your domestic TV deal. In the Premier League, where you finish in the standings and how often you're on television also contributes to how much you rake in from the TV deal. The Premiership generates almost 3 times as much money as any other league in Europe.
European teams dominate. We see plenty of cash thrown around in the Chinese Super League, for example. When will we see teams from outside of Europe feature on this list?
I don't think it'll happen anytime soon, certainly not in the next 5 years. Even a team like Paris Saint-Germain, which is on this top 20 list, they're only there really because Qatar, who owns them, put in so much of sovereign money into the team. In other words, they're not the brand that a Manchester United or Arsenal or Chelsea or Juventus are. They don't have sponsorships from a tremendous number of companies. They don't have the global following yet. They may in a few years.
All right, well, speaking of Arsenal, we often look at the speculation surrounding transfers at this time of year. The rumours linking Arsenal to a world record bid for Monaco's Kylian Mbappe in the region of $155 million perhaps isn't so fanciful, is it?
No, I think you're right about that. Those types of numbers for a superstar, particularly for a team like Arsenal, which, you know, really in the last few years hasn't been up to its snuff, if you will. They haven't been up to their standard. There's been a lot of disgruntled fan supporters talk about the coach leaving, staying, but they've sort of slipped a little bit. And I think a move like that is something that they're actually more likely to do now, to show their supporters and their sponsors that they're serious about not missing the Champions League